welcome to this month's Real Simple featuring my dog Sadie. This month we are going to be talking about inspections. So what is an inspection? Why are they important? When does that come about in the home buying process? So this is for my buyers. An inspection is one of the upfront costs that you are going to have when it comes to buying a home. I 200% always recommend that you get an inspection on a home that we are under contract on. And I'll say this, even if you are buying a new build, before we close on the new build, I highly recommend an inspection. There's been lots of circumstances within my brokerage where that inspection on a new build has saved a lot of headache when it happens before closing, just because things get built and done so fast that things get missed or not hooked up. So again, inspection is something that you are going to pay for as soon as we get under contract. So usually I would say you have about a week to 10 days to get the inspection completed, meaning that the inspection needs to be completed and I need the report in hand so that we can complete the inspection objection. The inspector is going to go through the home and thoroughly look and check everything. So they start on the exterior, make sure all the siding or stucco or whatever it is on the outside is in good shape. If not, they're going to point out the areas that need some repair. They're going to look at the roof, they're going to look at windows, make sure all the seals and everything are good, all the vents to the outside. Then they move into the house and they, again, do a deep dive into all of the house's functions. They'll check like dishwasher, washer and dryer if it's included, refrigerator, the faucets. They're gonna look for the same water leaks and water damage that we kind of try to get our eye on in the showing process. The inspectors have a lot of different options when you go on to schedule your inspection. So things like you can get the sewer line scoped and checked. You can get a radon test. So especially if you are looking at, or if we're under contract on a home that has a basement, I do recommend getting a radon test here in Colorado. I always recommend getting a sewer scope because you never know if there's blockages or whatever, especially if it's an older home. The last thing you want to do is move into a house and then have like the sewer back up a few days later. I mean, there's other little add-ons here or there, but those are two of the big ones, two of the big add-ons that I do recommend here in Colorado for your inspection. Now, we went through a time in like end of 2020, most of 2021, where people were waiving inspections in order to get a house. Now, this just meant that essentially that an inspection, I mean, it depends on the situation. At least for my clients, what I did was that we waived the inspection objection, but still kept the right to have an inspection done and terminate the contract if the house did not meet the standards that we were hoping it would. You don't want to buy into a money pit, right? So the inspection is important to make sure that, especially all the big things like the water heater, the roof, foundation, that's another big one, that all of that is good to go when you go to buy it. After the inspection is completed and we receive the inspection report, all of the inspectors that I recommend, their reports are amazing, super detailed. They usually get them to you within 24 hours, usually less. Once we have that report, I will kind of go through it with you, and they do a good job of like, this is a major issue that needs attention. Here are some little issues that you can probably do later on that may not cost as much, that kind of stuff. We'll kind of go through and pick out the things that are deal breakers for you, essentially. So then we will ask the seller for either funds to fix it or for them to fix it themselves. And depending on your situation, that'll determine that as well. Like if you need certain things done before you move in, then we will ask the seller to fix them. If there's things that you can do later, then we can use that money towards your closing costs that you won't have to pay out, so then you'll have those funds to fix those items later. So Inspection is super, super duper important. I would not personally buy a house without having an inspection done, just because you're already paying so much to get the home that you don't want to have to pay more to make it livable. I guess is the right word. Next month on Real Simple, we're gonna kind of switch over to the seller side and talk about appraisals and CMAs, which is a comparative market analysis. And we're going to kind of talk about the difference between those, who can complete those, why they are important. I hope to see you there. Thank you for tuning in this month to Real Simple, and we will see you next time.